Good morning everyone, I hope you're absolutely tickety-boo. This morning's video message is all about support. Now, support is something that is absolutely key, critical for your success in team building. There's no two ways about that. And in the early days, I got support so wrong. I didn't really know what to speak about, when to speak about, how to speak about. And quite simply, I had unnecessary levels of attrition. That just meant that I was getting more people joining, but I was getting a lot more people quitting than I would have liked. Now, this business is very, very simple. And what we do is the successful upline, if you like, the person who's stepping into team building. We already have some experience of this business. So we kind of know in advance what our new team members are actually going to experience. Now that gives us a great opportunity and a massive advantage because we have an opportunity to be a little bit proactive because we know what's going to happen before it does, so to speak, and that gives us the opportunity to provide our support around that. So, for example, and this can apply to many areas across your business. It can apply to cataloging, it can apply to the admin side, it can apply to team building, it can apply to absolutely everything. So if I've got a brand new team member going to put cataloging for the very first time, I pause for a moment, and once I've identified what next is, so they're going to put the catalogs out for the first time, and I kind of think to myself, what could go wrong when they put the catalogs out? Now, that's not me being negative. That's me looking at anticipating what could go wrong, what the typical experiences are, what we know can easily derail people, and I have an opportunity to discuss with them before they go out and put their catalogs out, just a few areas that will help them to not make typical mistakes, will help them to manage their levels of expectations. So as a result of that, it can make a difference because everything you do or everything you don't do will have an effect. So you have an opportunity to positively influence the outcome, and which of course means that you're providing great support and your team will grow. So that's all I say to you. So no matter where your team members are at, you think about what is there, what next, and what could potentially go wrong. And that allows you to have a communication with them in advance of that. Because certainly over the first 2 or 3 weeks, a brand new team member is more likely to be more vulnerable and have experiences that can derail them. So your communication, your regular communication, the quality of your communication is absolutely key, critical. So just to give you a couple of examples, I know that a brand new team member going out to do tap and tell is probably going to take them a little bit longer than they thought. They might feel a little bit uncomfortable when that's at the door. They might feel inclined because of it taking them a little bit longer and feel a little bit uncomfortable to suddenly start and just push a few books through the door and kind of mix up the systems then. And we know that all of those things there can potentially have a damaging effect on how they think and feel and of course the results that they're definitely going to get. So I would in advance say, for example, hey John, I know you're going out to do your tap and tell tomorrow. Just a few things I want to remind you of. The key of course is the number of catalogues we get out. So kind of go out with the attitude that right, I'm going to get them out. It's probably going to take you about maybe an hour and a half to get 25 books out. So don't worry about that. It's a lot quicker to pick them up. Okay. And, and have a look at the script before you go out. Try to stick to that. Few things to remind yourself of about that script is, don't pause here. Don't ask. Just kind of say it this way. Okay. And by the time you've got about 10 books out, you'll be absolutely buzzing with the thing. And remember, if somebody says no, that's a positive because, you can give the book to someone who wants it, who's more likely to order, instead of wasting it on someone who clearly isn't really interested. So what I'm doing there, guys, is I'm not going into too much detail. I'm not scaring them to death. Okay, but I'm having a bit of a positive conversation on, hey, these are some things, don't worry about it. You might even get someone saying, oh, I've already got an agent who does around here. Don't panic. Okay, we can cross over. Sometimes it's probably 2 or 3 people out of all of them houses over there, and it's a customer base, and you're assuming that everybody, gets a catalogue now, and you're wasting your time. No, not at all. So you can see what I'm doing, guys. I'm being proactive. I'm looking at what could go wrong. And I'm communicating on just the 2 or 3 points in advance to help them to manage their levels of expectation. You can apply this across any area. You can look at the admin side, you know, people paying their invoices, putting orders in, not printing out their statements, not printing out the invoices, not being organised, not paying all the right amount of money back to the bank. You can anticipate these things happening so you can communicate about them in advance of that happening, etc., etc. Okay, guys, so I hope that helps. It's called the law of anticipation. It's a great way for you to base your communications, and it will definitely make a massive difference in you moving forward, and of course the success of your team members. Okay, guys, so I hope that helps, and just remember to stay in the flipping game. Hey, see you later, guys. Bye.